As an accountant, in most cases, you'll be required here to analyze performance. As an auditor, you'll be required at the end of the day to calculate ratios as one of your analytical techniques. So then today we are going to learn how to compute those ratios. We're going to learn how to compute those ratios live. And you guys have the document. So I would want us to start right away with this. All right. So this is the document that I would want us to look at. So this document, you can see it's a ratio analysis workbook. We have the balance sheet here. The balance sheet is here. It is for SalesMart company. For those of you who have traveled around, you know that SalesMart competes with the Unilevers of this world. Yeah, it's a big, big company, right? So they have given us the statement of financial position as at this date. So you can move around to see the 3 years. So we have the oldest year. Current year is year number 3. Year number 3. Year number 3. All right. They have also given me P&L. P&L, if you remember very well for our ratio analysis, if they give us one P&L, they always give us 2 balance sheets, or rather 2 years balance sheets. If they give us 3 years balance sheets, then the P&Ls, 2 of them will be good. Because for the P&L, we don't work with averages. No, but for the balance sheet, I would always want to work with opening balance plus closing balance divided by 2. We always work with averages. So now I believe everybody has been able to understand their information very well. And once you then understand this information very well, I want you to open ChatGPT. Please open your ChatGPT. Let's all of us in this case here open our ChatGPT. Yeah. So we open our ChatGPT, artificial intelligence. Yeah. Great. Yeah. And then I would want us, ladies and gentlemen, after you open your ChatGPT, the ratios that I would want us to start with are the liquidity ratios. Liquidity ratios. Liquidity ratios. Liquidity ratios. Right? So in this case, yes, sound, yeah. So please open your chat GPT. Yeah. So mine is ready here. Yeah. Mine is ready there. Yeah. Then I would want in this case here to start a new chat. Yeah. So start a new chat. Yeah. So what is on your mind today? Very, very important. I will come and add the document first here. Add the document first from these files. Let me take these up. So add here. So I'd call it, in this case here, ratios analysis using the ChatGPT. Yeah. So I open, it is attaching slowly there. So then remember we have various types of ratios that I will be able to demonstrate to you in a moment. But for this case here, I would want ChatGPT to compute for me liquidity ratios for year 3 and year 2 for comparison. Remember, as accountants, we always work with how many years? 2 years. 2 years to monitor the increases, the changes. So calculate. All right. Liquidity ratios for year 3, for years 3 and years 2, and Y2 like that. So in short, you can go and tell it if you wish that specifically, don't write in capital letters. I'm writing in capital letters because I would want you to see Specifically, I want the current ratios, comma. I want the quick ratios, and cash ratios, like that specifically, not a problem. So then go ahead and enter. So first of all, it'll take a lot of time to upload that entire document to its memory base. We call it the knowledge base. It'll take lots of time there. Yeah, it'll take lots of time. Because it is taking up that entire table for this big company, all the balance sheets for the 3 years, income statements for 2 years. It is first of all taking that up. It's quite a hectic job. Yeah. So then they have given us here, you can see here is a summary of the liquidity ratios for years 3 and years 2 based on the balance sheets, figures from your Excel. All right. So I can see years 3, 2.25, 1.89. That's current ratio. Quick ratio is 1.45 versus 1.15. And then we have the cash ratio, which is 0.39 to 0.61. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I told you yesterday, this ChatGPT hallucinates quite a lot. Yeah, especially when it lacks information, it can easily give you wrong answers. So you need to query it further. So if I'm the one who is the chief finance officer working for this salesman, a salesman company, I will download this into Excel and then I sit down with my team. Yeah, you can see here. I can copy this to Excel, or I tell it to generate Excel table, and then I sit down with my team because this is the first time we are entering these figures to ChatGPT. Remember, ChatGPT uses what we call machine learning. It needs to learn, right? So in this case here, first of all, okay, before I even continue, I would want to see whether there is any student who has been able to get theirs right, get their numbers right. Great. Because initially, as you start using this generative AI, I would want you to start, first of all, doing this thing manually in Excel, and then you see how it is able to get. Because like now, current ratio of this handout, I'll be able to share this handout with you. Current ratio, of course, you know, it's current assets over current liabilities. All of them, even a quick ratio, they have current liabilities down here. Yeah, yeah. But when talk of current ratio, it is CAR divided by CL, current assets over current liabilities. Quick ratio will have, in this case here, all other current assets apart from what here inventory. Quick ratio, you leave inventory out. So you'll be able to have here cash, marketable securities. These are the treasury bills. Yeah, they're as good as a cash. Marketable securities like T-bills, these are as good as cash because if you want to sell them today, you'll be able to get a market for the same immediately. Yeah, plus receivables. When we talk of cash ratio, now we leave out receivables and inventory. So cash ratio, basically, these are the highly liquid marketable securities and cash itself over current liabilities. So you need to know this, like meaning over current ratio, ability to meet current liabilities, the total current assets. So this is really, really important. As of course you use now ChatGPT, I expect you to go and learn what defensive interval is. Defensive interval. Very, very important for you as a CFO to understand this language. Then with your permission, I will be able straight away to show Kennedy what I did to upload. So Kennedy, the first thing you do is to save. You save your Excel sheet on, say, documents, on your documents. You say save as, then you go to documents, give it a flashy name, call it ratio analysis. Ratio analysis using ChatGPT. Yeah, give it a very flashy name that you'll be able to remember. All right. And then once you do that, now go to this ChatGPT. Go to ChatGPT. So ChatGPT, ladies and gentlemen, what are we doing here? ChatGPT, you come here. Yeah. So we have here the liquidity ratios. Yeah. So it will be very important for you because you have other things and you would want to track what you normally do on ChatGPT. It is important for you to always start what here, a new chat. Don't continue here. Always start a new chat so that now ChatGPT can be saving for you. Yeah. So in this case here, new chat. And then now you come here, CPA Kennedy here. There is a plus here where you add your documents. And then you say add photos and files. Yeah. So in this case, here, ladies and gentlemen, I had saved mine as ratio analysis. Can you see it is here? And then you say open. To be able to attach slowly. And then now you can command it the way you wish. So for instance, if I'm the CFO of this company, amongst the ratios that I would want to calculate are the efficiency or activity ratios. Yeah, like turnover ratios. Yeah. Receivable turnovers, we have payable days, those ratios. So then after I've showed Kennedy how to do this attachment, I would want to use this opportunity to tell my ChatGPT to calculate the efficiency ratios. Yeah, calculate it may not get at first, it will not get at first all the ratios correctly. Yeah, so for years 3, and you know, year 3 is the most current, and year 2, like that. Already you have the attachment there. So go ahead and simply hit that. Yeah, efficiency ratios calculation today, what I've done here. Yeah, I've finished liquidity ratios. Now I'm doing the efficiency ratios today. Yeah, it's adding up. It is adding up. It is picking them up very well. It will take time. It's analyzing. It is analyzing still. Give it time. 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 It takes time to think. Great. Now here we are. It is still analyzing, you can see there. It is still analyzing, you can see there. It is still analyzing. Yeah, give it time. Be patient. Be patient. Like now that's a heavy calculation. That's a heavy calculation. That's a heavy calculation that it is doing. A heavy calculation that it is doing. Great, finished. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can see here, it is telling me year 3, year 2, 7.58, 7.32. Inventory turnover ratio, it is giving me a negative. No problem. First of all, I will tend to believe it. All right. But I would want to ask it questions because now, you know, I know that ChatGPT dreams a lot. This is AI. When it is not able to get information, sorry, let me see the charts. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for helping me. So it hallucinates. When it's not able to get figures, it will always hallucinate. So then when I get this initial document before I teach it, because you know, these are machine learning language, so before I teach it how to be working on my information in the future, I will take this information, put it on Excel. But even before I take it to Excel, I would want to interrogate it further. I'll ask it, please tell me how you calculated these ratios. How you calculated these ratios. I feel, or rather, just like that. That's enough first. So go there. Yeah. So please tell me how you calculated these ratios. Great. So receivable turnover, it is telling me it is total revenue, trade and other receivables. So from P&L, total revenue for year 3 is 198,845. All right. So then I go back to my Excel to see whether that is okay. Trade and other payables, I realize they have only taken let me see, year 3, year 2. So here they have only worked with what year? With single year receivables, single year receivables. And yet we need at the bottom here, we need average. Yeah, so you should be able to come and tell it that, let me first of all open my Excel. Allow me first to open my Excel. I show you something great as I finish. Because I realize the restaurant that I'm in, these guys would want to close. It's like they're tired of money, very bad. This is the time when people are supposed to be working now for restaurants. Yeah. But we shall overcome. So then we come here, ladies and gentlemen, for the P&L. I can see for year 3, they are telling me that the total revenue for year 3 for the P&L, no, this is not P&L, this is a balance sheet. Yeah, for the P&L, they got it right. They're telling me total revenue is 198,845. That one, perfect. Perfect. How about receivables in the balance sheet? Receivables under current assets, let me just go up a little bit. Receivables under current assets, I can see receivables here. Perfect, they took this. But you see for year 3, they ought to have taken this plus this divided by 2. Yeah, so I've seen where they have gone wrong here. They only took one figure. I will never panic when I'm dealing with ChatGPT. This is the best tool ever. So I'll come and tell it here straight away. I will come and tell it, ladies and gentlemen, straight away that you know what? So first of all, you can see revenue is okay. Revenues are okay. So I'll come and tell them here that you should have used average receivables throughout. It will even change the other ratios, i.e., you just give it an example. You'll be able to learn. In the future, it will not be disturbing you. You simply tell it there, i.e., you take here like that, Y3 plus Y2, yeah, divide by 2 like that. You enter. Great. You're absolutely right. Efficiency ratios like receivables turnover, inventories turnover, and the payable turnover should ideally use average balances to provide a more leveled up, a more accurate measure of activity through the year. Updated. So now you can see receivables turnover, so trade revenue over average trade receivables, like that. And they're doing it pretty well. Now you can see they have given me great answers here. Yeah, great answers here. Now you can see they have given me great answers there. Yeah, corrected efficiency ratio stable. They have given me this. So I would, of course, want them to convert these ratios into days. Yeah, into days, where you take 365 over this. 365, I would want this. Yeah, actually it is here. Would you like to include days sales outstanding, days in inventory, or days payable outstanding in part of the analysis? You simply tell it yes. Like that. You simply tell it yes. So I would want to take this opportunity to invite all of you, ladies and gentlemen, to join our AI course for accountants and auditors. Yeah, AI course for accountants and auditors. You cannot go wrong. Yeah, we normally do 3 classes in a week. That is on Mondays, Saturdays, and Sundays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Yeah, so of course, when we talk about audit, as I wind up, because I can see I'm being now chased from here, audit, what do we do with audit? So with audit, it's very easy. For example, I will be able to come here and tell, in this case here, the audit, or rather the auditor, this now is like the auditor. In this case here, for example, using from the balance sheet, from the BS, and PL. Under PL, in this case here, identify the most risky areas, most risky audit areas that I should concentrate on. It will be able to pick them very fast. Yeah, very fast. And even give me like an audit program, including the substantive tests that I should be able to apply on those areas. Yeah, it will be able to help me identify materiality, both overall and performance materiality. It will be able to perform, in this case here, for example, I'll be able to use it to identify samples using random sampling method. Yeah, if controls, for example, are very weak, and manually I've been doing, for example, 60, 70 transactions using AI, now I can even go up to 1,000. I can test everything. Because remember, under AI, we normally attach those, like if there are receipts, we put them. Yeah, we scan them, everything is scanned. Actually, moving forward, we shall be able to audit 100% of these things using this AI. Yeah, based on the balance sheet and P&L data, here are the most risky audit areas to concentrate on based on materiality. So top risky areas, sales revenue, stroke total revenue, profit and loss. Why is it risk? High value figure, susceptible to overstatement, cut-off errors and fraud, cost of goods sold, etc. And then it will just guide you. This thing will guide you. Would you like me to draft an audit program or risk matrix for any of the above areas? Yeah. So like, for example, at Aura and Company, since we started using artificial intelligence to do most of our analysis, I mean, we've been able to cut our audit cycles quite a lot. Although before you start uploading your client's work on these AI engines, you need to understand the ethical dilemmas. Yeah. That is why one of the topics we'll be discussing is ethics. Yeah. The privacy. Otherwise, you'll go ahead and put documents belonging to your customer on AI. When they start searching RCM or Aura and Company, then they get all that information, because AI is always learning. All right. So the course in this case here, yeah, remember we did our first session yesterday, but fortunately we have a learning management system where we put all our videos, So you'll be able to watch that video that we did yesterday for the class that we did yesterday. Otherwise, the next class is today in the evening at 8 p.m. Yeah, and we are charging now 7,500 Kenya shillings. We are charging 7,500. It's a 1 month exactly course. We not take, if we take more than a month, then even this AI is not helping us to teach. Even 1 month is quite a lot. It's only that I would also want you to know how you construct your own chat bots for your company, which will be able to help you now get information, yeah, to, in this case here, standardize routine works. Yeah, we shall be able to take you through some little programming, very little, which you actually use even ChatGPT to do. Yeah, that's why it is taking a month. Otherwise, it's really a very short course. Yeah. Otherwise, thank you so much. The document I'll be able to share here. This thing is going to revolutionize the entire accounts. Accounting will never be the same. The worst thing that can happen is that everybody else in this case here gets into this AI. They start doing their work using AI. They start being more efficient than you at your workplace, and then you are left out. I'm telling you, in the next 3 years, if, for example, you're not very good in AI, you will not be able to do what here to fit anywhere. Actually, nowadays, I'm happy because in most cases, we are hired by these big companies to participate in interviewing their CFOs. Yeah, we are normally hired to interview CFOs of some of these great. Now companies are saying that you have to be good in AI for you to be a CFO or even get a high level position in terms of finance. So we can't afford to be left behind. Otherwise, because I can see there are now people standing on my neck, we shall overcome. Yeah, we shall issue certificates, yes. certificate of completion of the course. Yes, this is a very relevant course. Very relevant course. Thank you, Lillian. I'm hoping that I'll be able to see you today at 8 p.m. Yeah, the handbook, I'll be able to give it to you, Ben, today in today's class. I hope, Ben, you are among those students who have paid us. Yeah, the handbook, because it's quite nice and I've taken time to put it up. I would want to charge, or rather give students who are in my paid class, Ben. Please, thank you so much. Be blessed. Marketing for RCM, and I've referred quite a number of students. Doris, maybe you can talk to me. We can agree. We can agree. I hope you have my number, 0721 620 183, like that. Nico, 8 p.m. So see you guys at exactly 8 p.m. Otherwise, it has been lovely hosting you. We have enjoyed a virtual class. Very nice class here. The only thing that you could not share is food. Food from this great restaurant. Yeah, because this needs now a physical meeting. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. See you next time. See you at 8 p.m.